Dit is vir my so lekker om vandag met Wayne Bowyer te gesels. Nou, hy is van UPL Suid-Afrika en hulle spesialiseer en fokus op gewasbeskerming in die landboubedryf natuurlik hier in Suid-Afrika. Wayne, hallo, welkom.
Goeiemôre met jou, hoe gaan dit?
Dit gaan goed, dankie. Dankie vir jou mooiste Afrikaanse groet, but I know your English, so let's switch over to English.
Thank you and I appreciate it.
Are you well?
Very well. Thank you for having me once again.
Absolutely.
And this opportunity. It's great to chat to you.
It is. So just before we start with the real interesting stuff, tell me a little bit about UPL South Africa. Who are you guys?
Well, let's look at the bigger picture first. UPL is a multinational company. We're in about 130 countries in the world. So UPL prides itself as a global leader in sustainable agricultural solutions. And our mission in Southern Africa is basically to empower the local farmers for high productivity and preserving the environment. So we aim to provide the innovative crop protections products that we currently have, and we've been moving over to a product range that falls under NPP, but it's known as natural plant protection, which is basically our biofertilizers, biostimulants, biocontrol, and other innovative nutrient solutions. And these are all tailor-made for the South African farmers and the unique challenges that they face.
So when we talk about crop protection, what exactly is that?
So, farming in South Africa is obviously quite intensive.
Absolutely.
And it's probably the lifeline of this South African economy, in my opinion. And with that comes a whole bunch of additional challenges with regards to pests and weed management within these crops, so that we can maximize the production.
Absolutely.
And actually look at food security. I mean, at the end of the day, that is the goal of every farmer in this country, is to make sure that we have enough food to eat. So I think that's our main focus, is to give them the tools to maximize the food security.
And if we look at it practically, I mean, how do you position yourself in the bigger agricultural sector?
So UPL at this point, just a little bit of history on this one.
Absolutely.
It used to be Arista Life Sciences and UPL, we both joined and obviously took on the UPL name. So I think with that regard, we used to be quite a generic company. So post-patent is the word that we use quite a bit. And the whole company at this point is going through a change where we would like to create more differentiated and sustainable solutions for our farmers and our end users. That our goal is actually by 2027 to have a portfolio that is managed across 50-50. So the post-patent chemicals that we looked at, and then the sustainable and biological and differentiated products on the other 50% of our product portfolio.
I always wonder, in your field specifically, how does innovation look like? I mean, what does it look like? How do you approach innovation in a sector like yours?
There's actually quite a few ways.
That's amazing.
It is a loaded question.
Yeah,
in the sense
we've got time, so you're welcome to explain.
that we can go in three. Well, let's focus on three different routes. I mean, we can look at the chemistry side of things, where we can, like I said, offer those bio solutions and that fall under our natural plant protection range, which obviously gives the farmer an alternative to the hard chemistry that traditionally is used. Then we're giving them the differentiated products within those range as well, which also allows us to use less chemicals and give us the same results at a cost-effective manner. That's the one vein, obviously, and then I would like to obviously talk about the technology side of things.
Absolutely, we can't talk about innovation without technology.
Great, and I think the mechanical guys have really led this or pioneered this side of things. But at UPL, we've actually looked at two types of options. Well, two things that we can add to that portfolio, which is our smart app that we've just released probably about 2 months ago now. That smart app has the UPL programs on it. So if you're looking for a mealie program or a soybean program, it's all on there. And it's got access to our labels. So even when there's no signal around, and that's one of the things that makes this app quite unique.
That's wonderful.
Is that let's just say you're in the potato field and you see a pest that you want to identify or see how you're going to control it. You can go on there and you type that into the app, and it'll actually throw the labels out that are relevant for you. And that's all offline. So that you don't you do not need signal for that. So I think that's quite exciting.
Yes, it is.
And another very revolutionary thing that we've done is it's called Ask the Expert. Yeah. Which is if you have a problem on your farm that your agent cannot resolve, or just your agent that's on the farm cannot resolve, you can send us a photo or a message, and one of our experts will actually get hold of you and we can sort it out for you.
That's wonderful. Is it also very important for you guys, because you know at the end of the day it's quite relevant that you are, because of farmers and what they do, they work together. It's not a separate we offer and we do. Are you close to the needs and the challenges and aware of the challenges that farmers face?
That is at the core of our business. I think at this stage we drive our innovation, our R&D, our research and development around what the farmers need, especially because South Africa has its own unique challenges. I think at the end of the day, that is literally what drives every decision we make going forward.
Yes.
I mean, looking at the new pests and the new weeds that are coming through that we never actually planned for is something that we need to do to give the farmers a sustainable option going forward.
And I'm sure just as in the same way that farmers face their own challenges, we're all aware of it, I'm sure in your industry there's also certain challenges, or am I wrong?
Very much so. I think with the challenges at the port and all of those type of things that we can talk on for days, but obviously getting those type of logistical nightmares out of the way is very important for us. And I must say our supply chain team has done really well in the last year, especially to mitigate those and not impact the farmer, because when a farmer plants, he has such a small window.
Absolutely.
And we need to be able to offer the service that they need, which is quite a nice challenge.
That must be quite stressful to know that you've got that. There's not a lot of playing field.
I think it's more empowering.
I love that,
At the end of the day, we can see it as a challenge, or we can see it as an opportunity to really contribute to the farmer's success and to, like I said, the food security, the sustainability of the industry, and obviously the food security within our beautiful nation.
Absolutely. When it comes to food security, I love talking about, ways that companies, whether you're a farmer yourself or you are in the lineage where you try to make the farmer's arm stronger. We're all in the food security industry.
Yes.
Why is that? I mean, how do you guys see that? It's such a massive task. How do you approach that? Because obviously you've got your role, but you've got to be passionate about that role to let it flow over to the farmer.
And I think you hit the nail straight on the head there. The passion is where we really start showing our grit.
Your true colours.
Yeah, our grit. I mean, I think we can definitely see that in the natural plant protection side of things, and with the differentiated products that we try and offer them. But also we see it as the big picture. But the big picture is made up of a bunch of whole small pictures. We're busy piloting a carbon project. Obviously, we realize that carbon is the it word on a global scale at this stage, and it's something we need to do something about. And UPL has identified that as an opportunity to make the farmer's hands strong.
All right.
So I'm going to look down on my notes here quickly on this one, because one of the things that we're looking at is obviously we focus on the promotion of sustainable farming practices,
yes,
then what we actually do is we help the farmers with carbon fixing techniques, which not only improve their soil health,
yes,
which is amazing. I mean,
absolutely,
it's what the lifeline of the business. But it also mitigates climate change from their side. So how we're going to do this is we actually help the farmers register the carbon credits on for the trading of these credits, and like I say, then we actually are able to give that money back to the farmers.
That's wonderful.
So it's just by implementing good farming practices that are required in this day and age.
Yes,
we can actually allow them to generate cash out of, or a return on, or another revenue stream that can allow them to even implement better practices. But like I said, it's still in a
it's just between you and me, don't worry.
But at the end of the day, we are looking at bringing this up and scaling it up into a future offering.
Yes. What's wonderful for me is, you know, especially when it comes to, I want to come back to crop protection, which is, you know, the focus. For somebody who might not know the importance of crop protection, we spoke, you know, obviously healthy soil. That's the beginning. If you've got healthy soil, then you've got a good start. But to protect those crops that you feel so strong about, how important is that?
We see sustainability as the core of the business.
Yes.
And like you mentioned, the soil is exactly where it starts, and there's people that specialize and companies that are great at it.
Absolutely.
And then obviously we want to, in our little segment, we want to make sure that the farmer has the best chance to have the best yield.
Yeah.
And obviously the benefits that follow that as well. So for us, that segment of the growth within the farmer is the most important section that we can actually look at.
But I really appreciate that, to hear that. I feel very strong that, you know, you can't change the whole world, but you can change the world you are working in, and you can have an impact there where you are and where your role is relevant. And that's what I like is, you know, obviously you can't give solutions for everything, but in your speciality, it's good to hear that you realize that, you know, obviously farmers need something, and obviously I'm talking on behalf of farmers here, and it really, it's encouraging to hear that you realize the importance of your role.
Yes.
Yeah.
And another thing to add on, and I feel that it gets lost a little bit sometimes with these bigger companies, is that in South Africa, we focus on South African problems, which we have full autonomy, basically, in that sense, to raise our own research and development, and literally take what we get from the farmer, the information, and filter it back up to our system and get support from our big home office without any real questions about it, as they also understand the importance of our farmers.
Do you have any final thoughts you'd like to share with us?
Our future plans are obviously to look at sustainable agriculture. I mean, it's what drives our...
It's all you talk about.
It is all we talk about. But we understand that requires a lot of investment into R&D. And I think that is our biggest focus in solving regional issues. And like I mentioned earlier, getting that portfolio into a more sustainable mindset, which I think we're doing quite well. And by 2027, as mentioned before, we'll be 50-50 from post-patent to our differentiated and sustainable products. And then obviously to enhance the farmers' productivity and resilience, ensuring sustainable and prosperous future for agriculture in this region.
That's wonderful. Wayne, thank you so much. You really enlightened us. Thank you for your time and your passion.
I appreciate it.